My stepmother spent $3,000 on a professional family portrait where I was deliberately excluded. Today she found out I am the photographer's daughter. When Dad married Linda 2 years ago, she immediately started what she called building our new family legacy. This meant expensive traditions that somehow never included me. Linda has twin daughters from her first marriage, perfect little blonde angels who she treats like they're destined for magazine covers. Every weekend was dance classes, pageant prep, or professional photo shoots to document their precious moments. I'd gotten used to being the odd one out, dark hair in a sea of blondes, quiet personality versus their constant chatter, and apparently too awkward to fit Linda's aesthetic vision for her perfect family. Last month, Linda announced she was commissioning a formal family portrait for Dad's 45th birthday. She'd researched photographers for weeks and finally chosen someone whose work cost more than my entire semester's textbooks. We want something timeless, she told Dad over dinner. Something we can pass down through generations. I assumed I'd be included, obviously. It's a family portrait. The night before the shoot, Linda laid out everyone's outfits on the dining room table. 3 cream-colored dresses in different sizes, 1 navy suit for Dad, and nothing for me. Linda looked genuinely confused. Oh, sweetie, we decided to keep this one just immediate family, you understand. I stared at her. I am immediate family. Well, you are Dad's family, but this is more about our new chapter together. Don't worry, we'll do a casual one with you next time. Dad was conveniently in his office with the door closed during this conversation. They left the next morning in their coordinated outfits, looking like they'd stepped out of a catalog. Linda kept taking practice line and talking about how perfect everything was going to be. I spent the day at my part-time job at the campus bookstore, trying not to think about how I'd been literally edited out of my own family that evening. They came back glowing with excitement. Linda even Christmas cards. The photographer was amazing, she gushed, so professional, really understood our vision. Her name was Sarah Martinez and she just got us, you know. I froze. Sarah Martinez, my mom. I hadn't mentioned to anyone at home that Mom had recently started a photography business. After the divorce, she'd gone back to school for art and discovered she had a real talent for portraits. She'd been building her client base for the past year. She was so sweet, Linda continued. We got to talking, and she mentioned she has a daughter in college. What a small world. My phone buzzed with a text from Mom. Just finished a shoot with a family. The stepmother seemed lovely, but I felt so bad for whoever was missing from their complete family photos. She kept mentioning they'd include the stepdaughter next time. I stared at the message for a long time. 2 weeks later, Linda called me downstairs to see the finished portraits. She'd had them printed in various sizes and was arranging them on the mantel. They looked perfect. Gainy, polished, exactly what Linda had envisioned. Dad stood behind Linda with his hands on her shoulders, while the twins sat elegantly in front. She was smiling those practiced portrait smiles. Aren't they gorgeous? Linda asked Sarah. Really captured our family beautifully. They're lovely, I agreed. Mom does excellent work. Linda turned around slowly. Mom, Sarah Martinez, she's my mother. The color drained from Linda's face. Dad looked up from his newspaper. She mentioned how sweet you were, I continued, and how you talked about including the stepdaughter next time. She wanted me to tell you she offers family session packages where everyone gets included the first time. Linda started stammering about coincidences and misunderstandings. She also said she'd be happy to do a reshoot at no charge if you realized you'd forgotten anyone important. Dad finally spoke up. Linda, we should probably take her up on that offer. The photos are still on the mantle, but Linda suddenly became very interested in scheduling that casual family shoot she'd mentioned. Mom's calendar is completely booked for the next 3 months though. Funny how word spread.